Let's get right into it. Number 9. The Lemming Cliff Dive Hoax. Everyone knows that lemmings are these tiny suicidal furballs that just yeet themselves off cliffs. Turns out, this is completely fake. This whole thing started with a 1958 Disney documentary called White Wilderness. The filmmakers wanted a dramatic scene of lemmings marching to their doom, but the lemmings weren't cooperating with Disney's vision. So the crew bought a bunch of lemmings from local kids. Then they literally pushed them off a cliff while filming. They weren't even filming in the Arctic where these lemmings actually live. They were in Alberta, Canada, using a turntable to make a few dozen lemmings look like thousands. It's like using the same 5 extras walking in circles to fake a crowd scene, but with rodents. Disney created the biggest nature lie in history just to spice up their documentary, and everyone just accepted it. The myth got so big that even today, calling something lemming behavior means blindly following others to destruction, which is ironic because the only ones blindly following anything were the millions of people who believed this story. In reality, lemmings don't randomly jump off cliffs. Sometimes they migrate in large groups, and occasionally some might accidentally fall into water. But that's like saying humans are suicidal, because sometimes people trip and fall into pools. So next time someone uses the lemming metaphor, you can tell them they're actually referencing a Disney snuff film. The happiest place on earth once threw a bunch of rodents off a cliff for entertainment. Number 8. The natural is healthy scam. You're at the grocery store, feeling all healthy and responsible. You grab that granola bar because it's all natural. Poison ivy is natural. Arsenic is natural. Mercury is natural. All perfectly natural, and all perfectly capable of unaliving you. The word natural on food labels means almost nothing. There's no legal definition, so companies can slap natural on pretty much anything they want. You could technically market all natural uranium cookies. 100% natural, 100% glowing in the dark. That natural strawberry flavor in your yogurt might come from a beaver's butt. Seriously. There's this thing called castoreum that comes from glands near a beaver's rear end. It's completely natural and approved by the FDA for food use. Let's talk natural sugar. Your pancreas doesn't care if that sugar came from an organic cane field or a lab. It's still going to make you look like you swallowed a beach ball if you eat too much. Nature isn't your friend. Nature invented mosquitoes, earthquakes. Not everything natural is good for us, and we all pretend not to notice when a label is trying to trick us. Number 7. The customer is always right absurdity. Someone storms into a store demanding to return a clearly used toaster they bought 3 years ago. That's the customer is always right mentality in action. This phrase wasn't meant to turn Karen into a retail dictator. It was created in 1909 by Harry Gordon Selfridge, founder of Selfridge's department store. He meant it as a way to make customers feel respected and stop salespeople from scamming people. But somewhere along the way, this policy mutated into a monster. Now we've got people trying to return dead Christmas trees in January. That actually happened at Costco. Stores often give in to these demands because it's cheaper to refund a $50 item than deal with someone who'll spend hours making everyone's life miserable. It's like paying a ransom to your own sanity, and everyone knows this is nonsense. The customers know they're wrong. The employees know they're wrong. Even the manager giving them store credit knows they're wrong. But we all play along with this weird social theater, like actors in a really bad play where the script makes no sense. The cost isn't just financial. Studies show that service workers who have to constantly agree with wrong customers have higher stress and lower job satisfaction. Having to smile while someone complains about their half-eaten sandwich isn't great for mental health. Number 6. The I'm a good driver delusion. That guy who just cut you off is a terrible driver. The person going too slow in the fast lane is an awful driver. But you're different. You're one of the good ones. Everyone thinks that. Surveys consistently find that roughly 90% of drivers think they're above average. It's like having a classroom where 90% of the kids are above average at math. It's statistically impossible. Our brains are really good at playing this trick on us. When we make a mistake while driving, we have context. We had to swerve because of a pothole. We had to speed because we were running late. We didn't use our turn signal because we were wondering if fish get thirsty. But when other people make mistakes, they're just idiots. This delusion is so strong that even people who've had multiple accidents still rate themselves as above-average drivers. It's like getting an F in every math class and still thinking you're better at it than most people. The scary part is this overconfidence makes us worse drivers. When you think you're God's gift to driving, you're less likely to be careful, less likely to check your blind spots, less likely to maintain a safe following distance. Statistically speaking, you're probably just another mediocre driver who thinks they're special. Number 5. The just be yourself lie. The most useless advice ever given is, just be yourself. It's like telling someone who's drowning to just keep swimming. This advice shows up everywhere. Job interviews, first dates, public speaking. Everyone nods along like it's profound wisdom. But what if yourself is someone who chews with their mouth open and tells inappropriate jokes at funerals? Being yourself is great if yourself is already awesome. But for most of us, ourselves need some serious upgrades. It's like having a computer running Windows 95 and refusing to update it because that's just how it is. The better advice would be a slightly better version of yourself. Nobody wants the raw, unfiltered version of anyone. That's why we wear clothes in public and don't share every random thought that pops into our heads. Your favorite YouTuber isn't just being themselves. They're being their most entertaining, edited, well-lit version of themselves. They cut out all the boring parts where they're scratching their nose or staring blankly at the wall. So next time someone tells you to just be yourself, they probably mean be your best self, or at least be the version of yourself that doesn't microwave fish in the office break room. Number 4, the social media highlight reel. That friend who's always posting perfect vacation photos. Spotless house, perfectly behaved kids. They just spent 3 hours screaming at their toddler to put their pants on. But you'll never see that part on Instagram. We all know this is happening. We're all doing it ourselves. We take 47 selfies to get that one casual shot. We clean just the corner of the room that'll be in frame for our video call. We have all become actors in each other's fake reality shows. And the weirdest part is we never talk about it. You'll scroll through your feed feeling like garbage because Sarah from high school is on another exotic vacation. Meanwhile, Sarah's maxing out her credit cards and having panic attacks about debt, but she'll keep posting those beach photos with #blessed captions. You're living in your own behind-the-scenes footage while watching everyone else's final cut. And we've all silently accepted this as the new normal. We know those perfect morning routine videos are staged. We know that candid laugh was take number 15. We know that spontaneous beach photo took 30 minutes to set up. But we still double tap and comment goals because that's part of the unspoken contract. We pretend to believe their lie, so they'll pretend to believe ours. Number 3, the sorry I'm late, traffic was terrible, defense. You walk into a meeting 15 minutes late, mutter something about traffic, and everyone nods sympathetically. Nobody ever says, "Hey, why didn't you just leave earlier?" It's the get-out-of-jail-free card of adult life. We all know what really happened. You hit the snooze button like you were playing whack-a-mole. You spent 20 minutes trying to find that one specific shirt that makes you look competent. Even people who live 2 blocks away from work use this excuse. Did you get stuck behind a particularly slow squirrel? Was there a massive pileup of joggers on the sidewalk? And we all just accept it. Calling someone out on the traffic excuse would violate some sacred social code. It's the adult version of "the dog ate my homework," except now we're the dog, and the homework is showing up on time. The traffic excuse is perfect because it's both believable and impossible to verify. By the time you arrive, that traffic jam could be long gone. It's Schrodinger's traffic jam. It both existed and didn't exist until you arrived late. We keep using it because it's easier than saying, "I spent 30 minutes watching videos of cats knocking things off tables." Number 2, the let's get lunch social contract. You know that moment when you bump into an old classmate at the grocery store? After the awkward small talk, it always ends the same way. "Hey, we should grab lunch sometime." "Yeah, totally, let's do that." You've both just participated in one of society's biggest shared lies. This fake lunch plan is basically a social ejector seat. It's our polite way of saying, "I'd rather watch paint dry than continue this conversation. But I don't want to be rude." Everyone knows this is fake. Both people walk away, knowing with 100% certainty that this lunch will never happen. It's a bizarre social ritual we all perform without question. If someone actually tried to follow up and set up this lunch, it would feel like a violation of the social contract. It's like if someone actually tried to collect on your "I owe you" one. Suddenly they're the weird one. We need these little lies. They're like social WD-40, making our awkward encounters slide smoothly to their conclusion. Without them, we'd be stuck in conversations forever, like NPCs in a broken video game. Number 1, the I have read and agreed digital pinky swear. When you install a new app, you check that box. I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. That's the biggest collective lie in human history. If everyone actually read all the terms and conditions they agreed to, the entire global economy would grind to a halt. One study found it would take 76 workdays to read all the privacy policies the average person agrees to in a year. That's like reading War and Peace 7 times just to install Candy Crush. The companies know this. It's a weird digital dance where they pretend to inform you and you pretend to be informed. In 2014, one company put a clause in their terms promising $1,000 to anyone who actually read far enough to find it. It took 5 months and thousands of people clicking "I agree" before someone finally claimed the prize. Some of these agreements are basically digital soul contracts. One gaming company included a clause for users to surrender their immortal soul in their terms and conditions as an April Fool's joke. 7,500 people agreed to it before anyone noticed. When you click I agree, you're taking part in the internet's most popular shared delusion, and we all just keep clicking. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.